Hey, hi Renu. How are you?
Hi, I am good. How are you?
Well, I am good too. Thank you. But I had a request, yeah. I'm in need of some money. Can you lend me 10,000 rupees? I promise you, I'll return it to you in 3 years. I'll give it to you in installments. Is it okay?
अच्छा, 4021 तुमको देना पड़ेगा हर साल में। चलेगा क्या?
4021 rupees every year. Let me think. इन्होंने 4021 कैलकुलेट कैसे किया? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, हाउ डू वी कैलकुलेट इंस्टॉलमेंट्स? मुझे तो ये भी नहीं आता. Well, let me learn how to calculate installments first. Idea! Let me look at Sarika's video. Hi all, my name is Sarika Tulsiani and I would like to welcome all of you in today's video on installments. In the previous video on installments, I received a lot of requests and queries to make more videos on the concepts and sums of installments. So here I am guys, presenting before you another video on installments. And I promise you to make some more videos so that your concept and sums become absolutely clear. So without a much further ado, let's start with the video. Okay, so let's start with the concept of installments. Okay, there are two basic methods of calculating installment. So we'll start with the first method. In this method, your amount due is given. Okay, so the amount or the lump sum money which you are supposed to pay at the end of 5 years or at the end of 10 years or at the end of your loan period is given. Now, this amount can be calculated at simple interest or compound interest. Okay. So, for example, you take some money from the bank. You take some loan from the bank. So, the bank might use compound interest or the bank might use simple interest, and they will calculate the final money which you are supposed to pay at the end of the loan period. So, that amount due is given. So, let's say I will put the amount due here. Okay. Now, what is this? This is your number line. Now, for example, suppose if I take a 5-year loan. Okay, मैंने 5 years का loan लिया. This is the 0th year, 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, and 5th year. So, instead of paying the entire lump sum money at the end of 5 years, मतलब amount due at the end of 5 years, I tell the bank, let me pay the money in installments. So I will pay some money at the end of every year. So I will pay some money at the end of the first year, at the end of 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year, so that your amount due gets paid by the end of 5 years. तो मैं पूरा पैसा 5 years के end में नहीं भर रही हूँ, मैं थोड़े parts में भर रही हूँ at the end of every year. Now the thing is, you can pay equal installments or you can pay unequal installments. So depending upon the question, you will have to decide. But generally, if nothing is given, by default, your installments is equal. So it is considered that you pay equal installments at the end of every year. Now the thing is, this is your 0th year. Okay? This is your 0th year. Now, do you pay some money in the 0th year? Now, I have taken some money from the bank, right? So I am not going to pay any money immediately. So I will start paying money at the end of the first year, 2nd year, 3rd year, and so on. Okay? I will start paying money that way. Now, what will happen is at the end of first year. Now, the thing is, देखो अभी क्या होगा? I was supposed to pay the money after 5 years, but I am paying some money at the end of first year only. So I am paying the first installment at the end of first year, right? I am paying the second installment, which is the same money, same installment at the end of second year. Then third installment, then fourth installment, and then fifth installment. But the thing is, because the bank is getting the first installment 4 years earlier, ठीक है, उसको 4 साल पहले ही फर्स्ट इंस्टॉलमेंट मिल गया, तो व्हाट विल इट डू इज इट विल जनरेट सम इंटरेस्ट एंड दैट इंटरेस्ट विल बी गिवन टू मी। तो आइडियली क्या होता है, मैंने फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में कुछ पैसा दे दिया, आई गिव द इंस्टॉलमेंट, दैट मनी जनरेट्स इंटरेस्ट for a period of 4 years, because what is happening is I am paying this first installment 4 years earlier. So I get an interest on this money for 4 years. So that's interest for 4 years. Okay. The second installment is being paid 3 years early. Okay. So it will generate an interest for 3 years. The third installment will generate an interest for 2 years. Fourth installment an interest for 1 year, and the fifth installment will not generate any interest because I was supposed to pay the entire money at the end of 5 years. And that is what is happening. So this will not generate any interest. So what does bank do is they will not give you the interest actually. मतलब ये जो 4 years का interest है, 3 years का interest है, 2 years, they will not give it to you. They will balance it out in your amount due. In your loan taken, they will just balance that money. So they balance the money in such a way that your total installments, the installments which you pay across 5 years, okay, plus your interest generated, that is equal to your amount due. Okay, so here what happens is the total installment which you are paying plus the interest that is being generated, that is equal to amount due. So instead of giving you the interest, they will just subtract that money from your loan taken. So this is the reason, guys, what happens is the installments which you pay, when you add all the installments, when you just purely add the installments, this will not be equal to the loan which you had taken. Because what happens is you are paying the installment 4 years earlier, 3 years earlier, 2 years earlier, 1 year earlier. So that is generating interest. Okay, so your interest value gets added. Okay, so that is the reason it gets subtracted from your final loan taken. Your loan taken reduces. So if you pay the money in installments, the money which you are paying is less than the money which you were supposed to pay at the end of 5 years. If you directly decide to pay at the end of 5 years, you will be required to pay more money. But because you're paying it earlier, in this case, you will be required to pay less money. Okay? I hope this is clear. Now, let's look at a word problem to understand how do we solve this. Okay? Now, what annual installment will discharge a debt of rupees 9,800 due in 4 years at 15% per annum, simple interest? Okay? So what is this money? This money is the final amount due. Okay? This is the final amount due. So the bank will automatically calculate your loan, calculate your interest, and they will give you a final debt. Okay? This is the money you are supposed to pay at the end of the loan period. Okay? Due in 4 years at 15% per annum, simple interest. Now see, what happens here is, this is your 0th year, 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, and your 4th year. Now you have taken the loan in the 0th year, so you're not going to pay anything. Okay? Let's say you pay an installment of X rupees every year. Okay? You pay an installment of X rupees every year. Now the first installment has been paid 3 years prior. Okay? It has been paid 3 years prior. So it will generate an interest for 3 years. So that will be X into 3, because 3 years into your rate of interest is 15 upon 100. Okay? This will generate an interest for 2 years because it has been paid 2 years earlier. So that will be X into 2 into 15, upon 100. This will generate an interest for 1 year. So X into 1 into 15 upon 100. This will not generate any interest. So this total money, like I told you in the equation, my total installment plus my total interest generated, that is equal to my amount due. So my total interest installment is how much? It is x plus x plus x plus x. So it is 4x plus my total interest. So you can just calculate 15 threes are 45, 15 twos are 30, 15 ones are 15, right? So 15 threes is 45. So 45 plus 30 is 75. 75 plus 15 is 90. So that will become 90x upon 100. That is equal to your amount due, which is rupees 9,800. Okay, so your 0 gets cancelled. This will become 10 fours are 40. 40 plus 9 is 49x upon 10 is equal to 9,800. 49 ones are, 49 twos are is 98. So this will become 200. So your x ka value will be 200 into 10, which is 2,000 rupees. So every year, at the end of every year, you are paying an installment of 2,000 rupees. And still you are discharging a debt of 9,800. Now think logically. Think logically. If you are paying 2,000 at the end of every year, matlab 2,000 you paid here, 2,000 you paid at the end of second year, 2,000 you paid at the end of the third year, 2,000 you paid at the end of the fourth year. So you are paying a total of 8,000 only. But you are able to discharge a debt of 9,800. Why? Because it generates an interest also. Okay? It generates an interest also, so that your installment plus the interest generated adds up to the amount due. Okay? So the bank just balances it out. It adds both and it equates it to the loan which you had taken. Okay? Now, let's take one more example. Now, this is at compound interest. Okay? The previous one was at simple interest, but the concept remains the same. A sum of rupees 10,000 is borrowed at 10% per annum compounded annually, which is paid in 3 equal installments. What is the amount of each installment? Now understand here, a sum of rupees 10,000 is borrowed. So this is your principal value. Okay? This is your principal value. In the previous sum, they had given you will discharge a debt of 9,800. So that was your debt. Okay? So that was your total value. So that was your principal plus interest. But here, this 10,000 is purely your principal. So you will have to add the interest to this. Okay? Now what we'll do is, first we'll calculate the amount due. How we'll calculate the amount due? This is compound interest. So kya ho jayega? A is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. My principal borrowed is 10,000 rupees. That will be 1 plus 10% is 10 upon 100 for 3 years. Correct? So this will become how much? This will be 10,000 into, so this will get 0, 0 will get cancelled. 10 plus 1 is 11 upon 10. So that will be 11 upon 10 cube. 11 cube is 1331. 10 cube is 1000. So your zeros will get cancelled. This will become 13310. This is the amount due. This is the money I'm supposed to pay to the bank at the end of 3 years. Now we'll do our normal procedure. Okay, so this is your 0th year where I've taken the loan. First year, second year, third year. Now considering not considering, it's already given that it's an equal installment. But just remember, it is at compound interest. It is not at simple interest. So what will you do? Use the compound interest concept. Let's say first year, you're paying an installment of X rupees. Second year, X rupees. Third year, X rupees. But the first installment is paid 2 years prior. Okay? It should have been paid at the end of 3 years, but you paid it at the end of first year only. तो उसको 2 साल पहले पे कर दिया. 2 years पहले you are paying it. So then what happens is, this will generate an interest for 2 years. So X then into, now this is compound interest. Rate of interest is 10%. So this will become X into 1.1. 1.1 because 10% interest for 2 years. Okay? This installment will generate an interest for 1 year because I'm paying it 1 year prior. So x into 1.1. This will not generate any interest, so it will be x only. So what will happen is your x into 1.1 ka square. So that's 1.21 plus x into 1.1 plus x. This is your total installment plus your interest. That is equal to your amount due, which is 13310. Okay, so 1.21 plus 1.1 plus this is 1. So this will become how much? This will become 3.31x is equal to 13310. Okay, so your x will be 13310 upon 3.31. So this will come out to be 4021 point something, I think 0.1 or something. So you can round it off to 4021. So this is the installment which you are supposed to pay at the end of every year. Now again, if you calculate 4021, 4021, 4021, if you add it 3 times, approximately you will get 12,000 something. But the amount due here is 13,310. Why is your installment less? Because it generates the interest which balances your amount due. Okay? So this was your first method to calculate installments. Now, moving on to the next method. Here the loan taken is given. Now in the previous sums or in the previous concept, your amount due was given. So the total money, which is principal plus the interest which you were supposed to pay, that was your amount due. Here, your only the principal value is given. ठीक है, loan taken का मतलब क्या है? Loan taken is the pure principal value or the pure present value which is given to you. ठीक है, and it could be given at simple interest, it could be given at compound interest. You have to calculate your installment value. Now, how do we do this? देखो, in the zeroth year, this is your zeroth year, यहाँ पे तुम loan लोगे or you will take the principal value, you'll borrow the money. So you will pay the first installment at the end of the first year, second installment at the end of the second year, third installment at the end of the third year. अभी क्या हो रहा है? Consider this loan taken as the present value. ठीक है? Consider this loan taken as your present value. So imagine this first installment to be the amount that principal or your present value becomes after the first year. ठीक है, ये principal value था. Whatever amount it becomes after the first year, amount मतलब principal plus interest, that is your first installment. So this is the amount after 1 year. ठीक है, second installment is the amount it becomes, this principal becomes after 2 years. And this third installment is the amount this principal becomes after 3 years. Amount बनता है मतलब क्या? You are adding interest to that, right? So this was your pure principal taken. The amount it becomes after 1 year, amount it becomes after 2 years, and amount it becomes after 3 years. That's your first installment, second installment, third installment. Now, so basically, what are these? These are your future values. Okay, all these amounts are your future values. Future value after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years. Now you have to take this amount and go back to the principal. Okay, amount after 1 year, you have to take back to the principal. Amount after 2 years, you have to take back to the principal, and amount after 3 years also, you have to take back to the principal. You have to equate everything to your principal because your loan taken is given. So you know the formula. For example, this again could be simple or compound interest. So if I give you, let's say, compound interest, suppose if this is at compound interest, so you know A is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. So your principal value is given, right? So this is your amount after 1 year, right? So you will divide it upon 1 plus R by 100 for 1 year. Okay? This will give you the first part of the principal. plus this is the amount after 2 years. So you will divide your amount as 1 plus r by 100 for 2 years. So you will get the second part of your principal. Plus this is the amount after 3 years. So you will divide it as 1 plus r by 100 cube. This will give you the third part of your principal. So addition of these will give you the total principal or the total loan taken. Because this is some part of the principal which you're paying as the first installment, some part of the principal, some part of the principal. Okay, so this will give you the total principal or the total loan you had borrowed. Again, it could be equal installments or it could be unequal installments. So it depends on the question. So let's solve a problem so that you understand it perfectly. Now this problem, this same problem we had solved by calculating the amount due. Okay, now the same problem we are going to solve by using the principal concept or the loan taken concept. So the loan taken here, okay, without adding the interest, the loan taken is 10,000 rupees. Okay, at the end of the first year, we'll pay some installment. Second year, we'll pay some installment. Third year, we'll pay some installment. Let's say you are paying an installment of X rupees each. Okay, so you are paying X, you are paying X here, you are paying X here. But what is the installment here? What is this installment? This is the amount after 1 year. This is the amount after 2 years. This is the amount after 3 years. Okay, you have to calculate the amount of each installment. So basically this is X. So basically what we'll do here is, this is your amount. Okay, so you know A is equal to P, 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. Okay, so your amount is this X value. It's your amount. So you will divide it with 1 plus your rate is 10 upon 100 raised to N. That will give you your sum part of the principal. So you will divide this X by 1 plus, that's 10%. So this will become 1.1. This is the amount after the first year. So 1.1 raised to 1. This is the amount after 2 years. So 1.1 square. This is the amount after 3 years. So 1.1 cube. We are dividing because amount upon the rate will give you some part of the principal, some part of the principal, some part of the principal. When you add these three, you will get the total principal you had borrowed. So that will be, so when you add this three, this should be equivalent to the loan taken or the sum borrowed, which was 10,000 rupees. So here what you can do is you can take X upon 1.1 common. So you will have 1 plus 1 upon 1.1 plus 1 upon 1.1 square. That is equal to 10,000. Now all you have to do is just the calculation. Okay, so X upon 1.1, this can be written as 1.21. I'm equating the denominator to 1.21. Okay, so this will be plus 1.1. This will be 1 upon 1.21. That's equal to 10,000. X upon 1.1 into this will be 3.31 upon 1.21 is 10,000. So you can take everything on the other side and calculate the value of X. So if you calculate the value of X, it will come out to be 4021.1, which is approximately 4021. So if you remember in the previous sum, we got the same installment. So you can use either the amount due method, calculate the amount and equate everything to your amount due. Or you can take the present value or the principal value and equate everything to your principal value. Okay?
So guys, this was all about installments at simple and compound interest. I hope you guys have understood and enjoyed the video thoroughly. So if you have some doubts or queries, or if you have some topics on which you want me to make videos, please do mention them in the comment section below. Also, if you have any friends or family preparing for any competitive exams, do not forget to share this video with them. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.
Could you leave दिन तेरे किड दा How could you leave